Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anil, and in this Laravel video tutorial we will learn how we can make our first API in Laravel. We are not going to connect any database in this video. This is basically a small API and without database, and the purpose of this video is basically just getting familiar with the flow of API. So how we can test our Laravel API, how we can just make a route for it, and how we can just write a small code for API and all, right? So guys, if you don't know what is the API, then you can watch our previous video. Link is given in the description box. In that video I explained deeply that what is API and why we use it and why we make it everything, right? So now let's come to the topic. These are the topics that we are going to cover in this video. First of all, we will make a controller. Then we need to make a route for API. Then we will write small code for API, and at the last we will test this API. And I will ask you a question also which is related to the API. Then you can just attempt this question if you want in the comment box also. Now first of all, let's make a controller. So just write here php artisan make controller and our controller name. So let's say our controller name is dummy API or something, right? So now you can find it inside the app http controllers and dummy API. So let's make a small function here, and let's say your function name is get data. You can put any name to this function. It's not mandatory that you just put the same name. And what I need to return, I will just write here after some moment, right? First of all, let's make a route for it. So for that, you know that till this video without the APIs we are just making the route inside the web.php, but when you work with the API, then you need to write your API route inside the api.php, right? So for a moment you can just ignore this code, because we will use this code when we are using our auth with the APIs, but for now we are not going to use any auth, right? So let's import your controller here. So just write here app http controllers, and make the small O for this controller. And now let's use controller name, which is dummy API, like this. Fine. Now make a route for it, and this will be the get route. So API have the various types of the route method, like you can make the get API, post API, put API, delete API, patch API. So I will cover every API method in the upcoming video, so don't worry about that, right? So when we are just fetching the data from the controller or from the database, that time we use the get type of API. And when we are just saving the data or pushing the data inside the API, then we use the post API, right? And for update we use the put, and for delete we will use the delete methods. So let's just use here data route here, and now let's put here dummy API colon class, and in the second value let's put the get data function, which is we create inside the api.php, right? So keep in mind, when we are working with the API, then we need to test our URLs on Postman. So even you can test your get API on the browser also, but the post, put and delete API you cannot test on a browser. For that you need the Postman, and you need to select the method from here, right? So this is basically a get API, so you can just simply select from the get from here, and just write here data like this, because as you know, when we are just making the route, then we can just put our local host name and then our route name, and here our route name is data. But when we are just trying to fetch it, then it will give an error to us. So here you can see that it gives us basically 404. Why? because when we are just making the route inside the api.php, then we need to add here localhost, then port number, then API, and at the last let's add your route. Now this is working fine, but there is no data because we did not return anything inside that get method, right? So now let's return something here. So API data should be in the JSON format, right? Or when you just want to return the JSON format, you must have to return the array data, because Laravel automatically convert this array to the JSON format. So just simply put here name, and you can put your name like Anil, right? So now let's test this data, and here you can see that you got a name in the JSON format, right? Yes, because this is a get API, then you can also access this URL on the or route on the browser also, but when we just make the post API, you cannot get on a route. That time you just need to use the get method on a Postman only, the methods according to the API on a Postman only. So this is basically a small API, so we can just add some more keys like email. For the email, you can simply add here like anil@test.com. then you can add some more keys like address, and let's put it here like daily and all, right? And now you can test. So now you are getting this data and status here and time here. So this is basically a small piece of API without database. In the next video I will tell you that how you can do this everything, how you can do the API with the database also. If you still have any confusion, you can ask me in the comment box. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. And the time of question. So in this video my question is why we need to use the api.php for the API purpose. Why we cannot write route inside the web.php. Keep in mind, this is a very important question, and if you don't want to comment it out the answer, then that's okay, but read about it at least, because in the interview time maybe someone asked you the question, right? So if you don't know the answer, you can ask me in the comment box also, so I will just answer it after some time. So thanks for watching this video. Bye bye and God bless you.